I guess we could continue on. Do you just want to... I don't think we need to go over every single character, so maybe just skip to some of the important ones from, like...
ones we know.
Yeah. How about, I think
like,
we should...
Riddy?
Okay.
Hassan,
our first...
maybe?
Riddy Marcenas, yeah. Our first real Federation entry, I guess, to talk about. He's, 23.
Yes, he is.
I like having Gundam characters who are over the age of their teen years. It's just something I like.
Yeah.
It's cool.
He's definitely got that somewhat idealistic vibe. You can tell he was affected by the war. He's really upset about Zeon coming back.
Mm-hmm.
He yells at Audrey about it, which is a really powerful scene. Yeah. That he doesn't want to believe that she's a Zeon even. He's just yelling at her, Zeke Zeon! Come on, say it! Prove to me you're my enemy.
That was another one of those scenes where I was paying more attention to the art than to what they were saying. Like, even without reading it, I kind of got exactly all of his emotion from it, which was kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a good pilot. He's managed to not get killed in some really intense battles so far, so let's cross our fingers he stays alive.
So far, his mech's only lost a leg, which is pretty good for fighting against full frontal at that.
Yeah.
Where he will go, it's hard to say. After yelling at Audrey, I didn't know where he was going to stand, but that was something else in episode 2 we didn't mention, is that near the end of the episode, he threw Audrey a spacesuit and told her he was taking her to Earth. So...
Which is a pretty ballsy move, considering he's part of the Federation.
And the CIA goons are on the ship with him.
Yeah, the CIA goons are on the ship, and yeah, ooh, that's scary.
And his machine only has one leg.
We could, actually, since we mentioned them, why don't we mention the CIA goons, Dagaza. This really kind of Ghost in the Shell looking kind of guy, honestly.
Yeah.
Part of it is that in the English he's played by Richard Epcar, so all I can hear is Bato when he talks, but...
Yeah, he looks like Bato too, except dark hair.
He's he's very serious. Whatever this Laplace's box thing is, they keep claiming that it could end the Federation, and of course he's against this, but their methods that Echolas, the CIA group, is using are dirty. There's no other way of saying it. They're just straight up dirty.
I think it's another thing out of Tomino's bag of tricks.
I would definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how real life is.
Yeah.
And the Argama does, as we mentioned before, has a new captain.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty fun guy. Otto Mitas?
Mitas, yeah.
And he's pretty fun in that we really get the impression that he wants to live up to Bright's like standards and reputation, but he just keeps like getting second guessed, and he does kind of make his own blunders, as it were. But there's a great scene where he goes into the elevator room and he just vents because he's so mad about this plan that they're gonna get sent on.
Yeah,
he's just like yelling and punching.
He's pissed with Echolas. He doesn't want to deal with their CIA stuff.
And then of course the door opens and he straightens his coat and his hat and he just kind of walks away.
And the other officers are like, oh, okay.
He was just fun.
It was great because he's like, okay, I'll be right back. I'll be. Like,
yeah, he just kind of steps out of a meeting.
From the meeting.
And he is pissed. Oh, wow. We'll see.
One thing about the captain's art style that I kind of didn't bring up when we were watching it, he reminds me of the captain guy from Macross. Like a younger version of him.
Like a younger version of,
Global?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can see that, yeah.
It just needs to pop that collar up a little higher.
Incidentally, I do, this is the first time we've seen a Federation captain's dress coat.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, it looks great. More Federation
cool.
captains should wear it. It looks very Navy, World War II kind of Navy coat. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice.
Zeon time?
Zeon time. Let's move on to Zeon. Okay, so the first Zeon people that we get to see, other than Audrey, we get to see Marita Cruz. A
I
female...
am terrified of her.
She just has this great, like, facial expressions, a glare, that those kind of eyes that just are always calculating ways to kill you.
She's BA. She is definitely BA. Kind of scary, kind of freaky, really, but it's hard to say. She truly believes in the Zeon movement. We see that in episode 2. This isn't something that she is being forced into. She truly believes in what they're doing.
So here's my question. Is she a cyber new type, or is she a real one?
I'm not sure.
I'm leaning more towards that she's a real one.
Yeah, me too, because she wasn't freaking out at all.
And plus I think they were hinting at some other character being a manufactured new type. And I think I just get the impression that we'd have that juxtaposition of a real one and a cyber.
It's hard to say because she, like I said, she looks like the Alpeo Peru clones from if they aged up a bit from Double Zeta, and I don't remember if they were cybers or not. Partly because I just hate Double Zeta Gundam and remembering it kind of hurts. So, I'm not sure. I do think she's one of those clones.
Possible.
This is probably on Wikipedia. If I'm right, you don't need to spoil it for me. No, seriously, you don't need to.
Don't tell us. Though I will say she should remember not to wear capes, because Banerjee actually uses her cape to, like, throw her over the edge of something.
And then
that was an awesome fight.
And she immediately recovers from it. She's like
true.
She's like the T-1000. It's ridiculous.
Full frontal.
Full frontal. Okay, everyone, let's get the laugh out of our system.
Char crossed with a poodle.
Here he is, yeah.
Bro
Char. We could just call him
pop that collar.
Pop that collar, Char.
Let that mane grow out. It's like a big lion.
The thing that bothers me the most about his character design is the collar coming out of his collar.
And he's the only one that has that.
He's an interesting
the
character.
One with the shirt underneath, apparently.
And his character design is just so awful. It really is.
Like, if they would have given him the Char hair from Counterattack, I would have been fine. It's just, I'm laughing way too hard at Full Frontal, and he's hard to take seriously.
Even if he had his Zeta haircut, that mullet was pretty handleable.
But still, he's really, he's an interesting version of Char, if he really is Char, which is...
It's up for debate, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I'm going to get into that.
It's the thing that I can't help but notice, and I'm going to have to throw out there, is in the English dub, well, at least in the Japanese dub, we got to hear Shuichi Ikeda playing him again, and it was great to hear his Char voice again. I loved that. Sadly, in the English, it's yet another new Char voice actor. We have had a different actor playing Char in almost every series in the English, and I guess that doesn't really have much to do with how this series is portraying him, but it still bums me out. Steve Bloom from the old Mobile Suit Gundam VHSs for the win, by the way. Best English Char ever.
His mech's pretty awesome, too. And like we said earlier, he's very, very smart disabling the enemy ship by himself. He attacks the Argama by himself. He's got like three wingmen.
Three wingmen come out with him,
but they just hang out at the edge of the battlefield.
Actually, one of them ends up dying because he's just sitting there.
And he gets caught by a stray shot that was aimed at Full Frontal. Which is interesting. That comes up in a discussion between the characters.
When, with the classic, what do you mean I killed someone? That, of course, comes with every Gundam series.
Yeah. But, Full Frontal is pretty neat character so far, but man, he's got a head of hair.
He's a scary good pilot. He's an interesting character, and we'll get a little bit more into him in just a little bit. I guess the last character I really feel is worth mentioning is Angelo Sauper, who...
I don't like him.
I don't think anyone likes him yet.
I don't think we're supposed to like him, though.
He's kind of he is the dick guard. He is clearly Full Frontal's right-hand man.
He reminds me of Delandau from Escaflowne.
He's kind of like a cross between Delandau and Gune Gus from Counterattack. You know, that right-hand man who's always following Char around, but he's a total dick about everything. Oh, and he has the...
Like, you looked at Full Frontal wrong.
You can't ask him to take off his mask. Are you crazy?
It's great, because every time Bonager is like, hey, could you do something for me? And Angelo's like, God damn, no!
and then Full Frontal is just like, yeah, totally,
sure, that's no problem.
I'm almost positive this guy's a cyber new type.
He has that cyber new type vibe, yeah.
Yeah, he does have his crazy moments, like when his wingman gets shot by this stray around.
Is it worth mentioning he has the ugliest color scheme on a mecha since the Mir Campbell Zaku?
Yes, we can say that.
Oh my god, he has
At
this...
least he should dress to match it.
His new
He should swap his shirt with Marita's.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing,
Yeah.
is he's wearing the green shirt, and Marita is wearing the purple shirt.
And Marita pilots the green mech.
Well, he's piloting the purple one. It's very strange. I don't like Angelo. I'm kind of hoping that maybe he'll meet up with Riddy, and Riddy will school him hardcore. But...
Or they'll be best friends. Who knows?
Best friends and have some strange paradox happen?
Even though Tomino isn't writing this, I think the show has a very Tomino vibe, so I don't think best friends is very likely.
Yeah, perhaps nothing?
No. Angelo is definitely our loser character.
You think he's destined to join the ranks of Isaac and Patrick? And the ultimate loser villain, Jared Mesa?
Oh,
yes,
poor
I think he's
Jared.
class.
Poor Jared. Anyway.
Gune is waiting for you,
We've
Angelo.
already had that thing where he wants to get revenge
Yeah.
for a fallen comrade.
For poor,
So, if you know this guy and you fight alongside him, you're going to die, it seems like. I just kind of get that.
Get away
that
from
vibe
him
from him.
as fast as you can.
I think the best part about Angelo is when he launches, he even tells, like, his wingman, oh, the commander's going out today, so that means we won't have to fight. And of course, one of those wingmen gets killed because he's just sitting there.
And then Angelo like totally freaks out because he's like the perfect battlefield of Full Frontal has been interrupted or besmirched or something like that. I mean, he's like the battles that Full Frontal goes into are sacred and holy.
You desecrated Full Frontal's domain.
Well, his name's Angelo.
We are really
Wow, we
really
got into
ripping
characters.
on Angelo. Okay.
I spent the most
I
time
don't
on.
like his hair.
I guess so that's
Should we take another break?
Put his wig on sideways.
Just
We're
'cause
good.
it does look that way. I think we're gonna take another break, and next up are going to be some things that we really liked or disliked. So stay tuned
Have
for
fun, grab something to eat, take a breather, whatever.
Yeah.
Grab
Come back
some
for part 3.
grab some snacks, then click on the next video.
Woo!